We've also got backups out of the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road. On the eastbound side, backing up from from 92nd Street all the way through to Hawley. And then on northbound 41, we've got a crash with the right lane blocked right at Highway 145. Southbound side's backing up from the county line there down to Good Hope Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 50. Tonight, mainly clear and breezy, a low of 34. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
In true Chewy fashion, right before we turn on our microphones, because when it comes to working out, how long can I wear these shorts before I have to wash them?
What, do you smell something?
Do I smell something? What am I, hard of smelling? Of course I smell something.
What is it?
Wear it once, wear it twice, wear it 3 times. And what prompted the question to myself?
You start to smell them a little bit?
Not smell, they're a little dirty.
What do you mean by dirty?
It's B.O. The valet must have had B.O.
Can't be. Nobody has B.O. like this.
Jerry, it's B.O.
But the whole car smells.
Like some sweat stains or other types of stains?
I don't know what that is.
Because the other type of stains, probably, throw them in there.
Well, that's only with the whites. The whites are definitely 2. And you have to look at the backside to be like, all right, yeah.
So when somebody has B.O., the O usually stays with the B. Once the B leaves, the O goes with it.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
It is a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Make sure you're always checking out Tony Wendorf and Associates, First Weber Group. They believe in the human side of real estate. And we did not get to this earlier this week, but this is something that Joshy found, just kind of happened to stumble across on social media. And I found it rather interesting, but we had a Packers game on Monday night. They bleeped the bed, so we had to spend some time talking about that yesterday. And we're still going to spend time talking about it today. But I just thought, we've been complaining about the Packers for more than 24 hours at this point, Chew. We're going to continue to do that, but just kind of break it up a little bit. I want your thoughts on this. Now, I know this is something that you probably don't have direct experience with because you do not have a Venmo account, right? Like, you don't have the Venmo app on your phone?
No. My wife does.
Yeah. Yes.
Zelly is another one.
Okay.
Believe it's just pronounced Zell, but you're on the right path.
It's funny.
How's it spelled, though?
Well, okay.
There's an E at the
How's
end.
it spelled?
Okay,
Well,
which is interesting because how is Nike spelled and how do you pronounce Nike?
Nike.
And yet how is it spelled, Chew?
It doesn't matter. It's just that's what it was called back in the day. Hey, that's a nice pair of Nikes you're wearing. And then they rebranded. Their rebranding is so big right now. Good and bad. It's the in thing.
Well, this guy needs to maybe rebrand his friends. So the post reads because they were responding to a different post that said that tech has the fewest, not a great word, per capita. Politics has the most. So just trying to find out the most,
Buttholes?
There you go.
Okay.
Per capita.
Tech?
And
What's tech?
Like a job in
Oh, techies.
Yes.
See, you guys are not hip.
The Facebooks, the AIs,
basically anybody who lives in San Francisco, because that's where all of these jobs seemingly exist.
Are you trying to refute if those jobs are? It's an incredibly unimportant detail to this whole
I
topic.
would use a different word. They're very arrogant. There's tech arrogance.
Yeah, we can move on because
okay.
It was just a little detail. I probably didn't need to include it. That's on me.
Okay.
My buddy took a tech job in San Francisco out of college. One of his new tech friends invited him over for a steak dinner, which he was cooking A1 Wagyu steak. Would he like to try any? Anyway, after the dinner, he immediately gets a Venmo charge from the guy. Like, if you're inviting somebody like Chewy, if you invite me over, like,
Yes.
hey, I am firing up these great steaks on the grill. Gabe, you got to try these. These things are awesome.
Yes.
If I show up at your house, now, granted, I'm probably going to show up with one of your favorite bottles of wine, especially if I know it's Wagyu steak, right? Like, I know that's expensive.
Sidebar real quick?
Yep.
Sidebar? Wagyu's so overrated. So grossly
I've never
overrated,
had it.
but you can keep going.
I've never had
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
Don't waste your time. Because here's the problem. People get Wagyu and Kobe confused. Okay.
And the Kobe's better.
Kobe is legit.
All right.
Legit. Wagyu, overrated. Keep going.
But if I show up at your house, like, yeah, I'm going to probably bring something with me, right? Like, I'm going to bring, because, again, we've known each other long enough at this point. I know the bottle of wine that I know exactly where it is in discount liquor. I would stop by, grab it, and when on my way out to your house, and then I would give you that. But I'm not expecting you to send me a charge for the Wagyu beef. After I get home, I pull up my phone and go, oh, what's this? Oh, somebody's charging me on Venmo because he invited me over for dinner? Like, that's, you can't be charging people, right?
Well, I have the complete opposite that happens. Okay, we have good friends on the lake, Don Gadon, kind of a goof, and we've talked about him on the show before.
I saw your buddy, by the way, Jake
the Snake by the lake.
Yeah. He was up at the Tundra Trio on Monday, and he told the funniest joke. He said, I'm going to get Chewy up here one day. I thought that was the funniest thing that anybody had ever said.
Yeah. That was. Yeah, that is
0% chance.
So I have the complete opposite where we'll invite them over for dinner. And then his wife, Venmos us money.
Wait.
No, for real. For real.
See?
You know, if we order pizzas or something, you know, we're just whatever, wine here, you know, we're kind of a little bit of Party Central on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
But you can refuse Venmo, right?
Yeah, you can turn down the money.
But you know what then she does? You know what she does? She goes and gets like Pick and Save or Sendix gift cards and leaves them for us, you know?
She's great.
So it goes the other way.
But I would rather have it go that way, right? Like, you're not expecting anything, and she's just trying to go over the top to let you know, hey, I appreciate you inviting me. Like, I fought Venmo for a long time. I fought Venmo for a very long time.
Yeah.
And, like, if somebody wanted to pay me back, they had to pay my wife. Like, and to the point where we weren't even married yet, and people were, like, paying my wife because I didn't want to get Venmo. It's like, no, I don't want it. I just don't need to deal with any of this. Turns out it makes paying off bets on the golf course a lot easier, so I finally caved and got Venmo. But I have never once, even when, like, at the end of the round, like, if I end up, I'm playing with somebody I know. If they don't pay me right away, I'm not sending them a reminder to send me money. I have never once.
Or run a tab.
Yeah, exactly. We can do that too.
Yeah.
But I have never once used the charge feature on Venmo. I've never sent a charge saying, hey, send me this money.
I've only ever done it when someone said, hey, send me that so I don't forget.
Sure.
That's the time I'll be like, oh, I'll do it.
And honestly, I should have done that because I've got a friend. She got tickets for me and my wife, her and her husband, a couple other people. We're going to go when Garth Brooks is at Summerfest next year. She got tickets like 2 months ago, like when it came out. And I completely forgot to Venmo her until her husband texted me about something completely, unrelated. And I went, oh, crap, I owe these people money.
That reminds me.
Let me ask you this.
I sent the Venmo right away.
That just reminded me.
Joshy, what are you a Gen Z?
No, I'm a millennial.
Yeah, he's millennial.
You're a millennial? Are Gen Zs the cheapest or frugal or most cost-conscious generation that there is?
We've talked about this before, the bar tab thing where they close out every single time. I mean, I've got a Gen Z directly to my left right now.
Is that Will?
No, we have a different part-timer who's training to hopefully join us one day like Will.
Good luck with that.
I think there is a more cost consciousness for the younger generation, and I think a lot of that has to do with like economics and more than just simply them being cheap. I think it's more about the reality of the world they're in than it is more about anything else.
But it's different with people my age. But our understanding is everything comes out in the wash.
Oh, Joshy and I live in that world.
It'll all come out in the wash. You know, everyone's, hey, you got this, so they'll get the next time, and this and that. It just really, but that, because I'll go to, lunch with my 2 boys. Well, actually, 4 boys. And the 2 younger ones will be having pops and lunch, and they'll close out tabs.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll close it out, and it's my credit card. I'm like, why are you guys closing that out?
Just out of
it's a force of habit.
Yeah, just a habit they can't.
Yeah,
break at
it
this
is.
Point. I'm going to close the tab.
The thing about the dinner party is if you invite me to something and don't say, hey, I was thinking about getting A5 Wagyu, would you want to chip in so we can all experience that? That's okay. That to me is fine because, it is abnormally expensive. Now, I don't know the specific economics of this tech bro. Like, if this guy's worth $100 million, you could take your $100 for my Wagyu and shove it up your you-know-what.
Yeah.
But if, amongst friends, if we're doing something fancy or out of the norm, then, if we determine together beforehand.
We have covered, Josh, at length, I think, at this point, that you are hosting a Friendsgiving at your house. Your significant other has purchased, has gone out of her way to purchase equipment to try to enhance said Friendsgiving. I can't imagine you nor Mussolini will be sending a Venmo charge to anyone who is invited to this Friendsgiving.
Not a single person.
Now, I'm sure...
We'll be providing the ham. We'll be making a ham. We
Okay.
don't want to make a turkey. Those aren't free. It's certainly not A5 Wagyu. But you know how you also make that up in this situation is you bring your own dish.
Yeah, everybody
now
can bring a dish to pass.
And now we're even.
But if you can't afford to give somebody the Wagyu steak, guess what? Probably shouldn't be having a Wagyu steak party.
All right, so you sparked something in me. We're coming back.
Yes.
We're coming back for Thanksgiving, right? For the whole family, and we don't want to do the sides, so we're going to have the sides done by someone.
Like a catering company or whatever.
Like a catering company. But the turkey we're going to do.
Okay.
And it's my responsibility. How do I do the turkey? Because I threw out deep frying it, and I kind of got to, it's beat down a little bit.
Smoker?
Is there, pardon?
Do you have a smoker?
A smoker?
Yeah.
I have made
the Blammer does?
Okay. All right. So you don't want to have to owe the Blammer for something by using the smoker.
Here's the problem, okay? Here's the problem. I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but when we're down here, the Blammer goes up and gets the mail and gets the packages.
Yeah,
he's supposed to. He has the codes to the houses. He's supposed to leave them on the kitchen island, right? But what the Blammer does is he holds the mail hostage at his house so he can get a drink out of it, which drives my wife absolutely crazy.
But look, I understand your wife. Okay, Blammer is an acquired taste. The Blammer, Chewy's neighbor up here, is an acquired taste. Joshy and I have met him. I understand your wife, not a fan. But she's got to be understandable of him wanting. I mean, he's doing this for you guys. He's picking up your mail. I feel like in return, that's worth a drink. That seems fair. It just only seems fair.
And I bring him back presents.
Can we be a little honest with one another for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. The show's all about honesty.
I don't think your wife's problem is with a drink. I would imagine it's
the second,
3,
the third, maybe the fourth.
Yeah, but I'm the one bringing him home shattered. I never come home shattered, so I don't know what the problem is.
If we're being honest, Chewy is drinking the Blammer under the table.
But here's the problem with something like smoke. Josh, how long does it take to smoke a turkey?
You're gonna
6-7 hours.
Yeah, you're gonna need some time.
See, now that feels like
but that's not far.
Her thinking is that he's now coming over for Thanksgiving because he did the turkey, which I don't have a problem with. Her family, there's only one person that has a problem with it. Well, maybe 3.
But it's still a minority of people.
My boys love him.
Yeah.
Angie's family, minus maybe 2, love him because he's just entertaining.
He's an entertainer.
He is an entertainer.
Yes, total entertainer.
He is an entertainer.
He's the sideshow.
So I'd love to smoke a turkey, though. And he's got a Traeger like you.
Yeah.
Gabe.
No, I mean, I have smoked the turkey in there before. I've done like a bourbon maple glaze with it. It is very good.
Should I say the hell with it and just do it? With the blammer?
I'm not going to be caught on record with recordings happening saying you should do that's the hell with it.
I am with Joshy.
Yep.
I refuse to publicly back you on this
I will
in
not
fear
incriminate myself.
in fear of retribution from you.
Okay, well then I need some other suggestions in what I should do with the turkey. Because she wasn't blowing her skirt up with the deep frying the turkey.
Could you get away with, and would it benefit you more to purchase your own Traeger and do it that way, and that way you cut out the middleman of Blammer?
What's a Traeger go for?
Not cheap.
Yeah, it's not cheap. All I know is that Joshy and a number of other people chipped in for mine as a wedding present.
But you could do the sell job of, this will be great when we're back here in the summer.
So I'd have to tell her and not just do it.
Yes, this is.
I'd almost rather do it. What do they say? Ask for permission instead of forgiveness, or forgiveness. Whatever the one is.
Yeah, ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Because I'll tell you what, I went to Home Depot the other day, and it was very cost effective. Because some of the companies down here suck.
Are you going to tell on yourself right now?
He's about to.
Like the fertilizer spray that they put on the lawn. It's food coloring and water. Doesn't even. So I do it myself. But the problem here is they shut down the fertilizer because of red tide. So you can't buy it between X and X. So I buy it now. And think how much a lawn service costs, Gabe. Every application's probably $150.
Yep.
So that's times 5, whatever the math is, right? So I went to Home Depot and spent probably $350, $400. It doesn't say on what. All she does is get an alert. And
She's got the card.
What the hell are you spending at Home Depot? So once I explained it, God, what I should have done is just the hell with the fertilizer and just bought the Traeger and then just said I bought fertilizer.
Yeah, but if you say, hey, I'm buying this Traeger because it's going to keep the Blammer away, look, I think she might buy into that.
You gotta position it as, and we need to go to break really bad. But you have only 2 options.
Yeah.
Buying a Traeger or the Blammer comes over. Either situation here for you, choose a win. You either get to hang out with the Blammer, or you get to be a guy that has a Traeger and can smoke some meats when it comes time.
So do I pose that to her? Say, look, it's either the Blammer coming over or I buy a Traeger.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's the play. Right. That's the play that you have in order to cook your Thanksgiving turkey. We are incredibly late. We do have Adam Schefter. We are going to get to Packers Plus a couple of the texts responding to some of the things Chewy said on the Car Plus Talk It text line. Coming up next, but Cheez-It, the legendary snack cracker. It's now available as a frozen pizza. Each giant crust, original Cheez-It flavor cracker that's square-shaped, of course. That's what it has to be. Cheez-Its are square-shaped. But it's ultra-thin, super crispy, and because it comes from Palermo's, you know that they are going to pair the perfect sauce and toppings with an original crust. So you can get the Italian 4 cheese, cheddar jack supreme, and pepperoni, and it's got a short bake time. You can go from freezing to cheesing in as few as 8 minutes. Find Cheez-It frozen pizza in your favorite grocer's frozen pizza section.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Homer here. Whether you're cheering from the stands or watching the game from your backyard, every fan knows great moments deserve great vibes. Swing into Higher Love Cannabis Company in Menominee, Michigan. Just across the Wisconsin border, they offer a full line of high-quality, clean green, certified CBD products designed to help you relax, recover, and recharge no matter the season. Higher Love is organically grown, locally owned, and proudly one of the best in the Midwest. Visit them in Menominee or explore the full CBD lineup at findhigherlove.com/CBD.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
This fall, make 3rd Street Market Hall your one-stop, must-stop destination to eat, drink, and play. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 15 locally owned food vendors, a self-service beer wall featuring 30 Wisconsin breweries, over 50 HD TVs, and happy hour specials all week. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your home away from home or office. Visit 3rdstreetmarkethall.com for menus, events, and more information.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
What operating system does a Chewy computer run on?
I believe it's a Cat 14.
It's a COS. It's a Chewy operating system.
I was thinking Windows 98.
Yeah, they're very similar.
It's dial-up. Let me get my modem.
Chewy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
It's a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy at Tony Wendorf and Associates, First Weber Group. They believe in the human side of real estate. Faith, family, friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so their clients win. No matter if it's buying or selling, get started today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
That's right, it is a Wendorf Wednesday. 800-990-3776 is the Car Blues Talking text line. Couple of texts here, Chew, talking about a number of different things. You took a shot at Gen Z. We were trying to help you figure out the best way to cook a turkey since you are going to be back for Thanksgiving here in a couple of weeks. And Josh and I were also trying to delicately try to help you out without trying to get on your wife's bad side. And Augie from Fredonia does, again, he calls us out here, Josh, and I think we kind of deserve it. Gabe and Josh, for not wanting to go on the record and telling Chew, what did you just do and what did you just tell Chew to do? Yeah, okay, look, I understand. We're trying to help our guy out in the best way possible. Yeah. All right, there might be a little hypocrisy in the way we went about it.
I just don't think people know how scared we are.
We were trying the most delicate way to not just sit at silent microphones. That's what I'll say. Our job is to speak. We were doing our best to do it.
You guys, why do you guys get so deeply uncomfortable when I put you on the spot like that?
Because I know she's listening and she has spies.
Yeah, I know she's not listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there is a spy somewhere that is. And I don't want to be on. Again, I have seen the wrath of your wife. I have seen it in person. I have heard about it. I have seen the interns that she has scared at the old Wisconsin Sports Awards. I want no part of that in my life, Chew.
You've never felt the wrath.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
And I don't want to. I'm trying to avoid it.
But Josh, if deep frying a turkey is an 8, what's smoking it?
I'd say it's around the same. It depends on how you prepare it and how good the smoke is.
I've never had a deep fried turkey.
Very good.
It's lush.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about it, Gabe, it only takes like 45 to 50 minutes to cook. Now, Andy Reid told me back in the day the best way to do it is with a Weber grill and do it with charcoal, but it takes a while.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just similar to smoking. Yeah, it's similar to smoking.
Yeah.
Do you have to inject it when you smoke it?
You don't have to.
No.
You certainly can.
So the way I've done it when I've smoked a turkey previously, Chew, I kind of have it sit in a brine in my refrigerator overnight, typically.
Okay.
And then I'll take it out. I've got some seasoning I put on there. I've got like kind of a it's like a bourbon maple glaze that I'll put on there. Then I'll put it out on. When I smoke it, I spatchcock it, so it's kind of you're splitting the breastbone.
What the hell is spatchcocking?
I was explaining it to you.
Yeah.
Split the breastbone so it lays as flat as it possibly can.
Oh, so it's like butterflying it.
Yes.
Very similar.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So
is that how
it's
you're
spread
doing it
out.
this Thanksgiving? You're smoking it?
So last year I had to smoke a turkey because we didn't do a big Neitzel family one for the first time in forever. So my parents came down to Milwaukee and I did one. But now we're going back up to HorCon this year, so my grandma is taking care of the turkey. I don't have to worry about it this year.
All right.
Don't have to worry about it.
How much do you trust yourself, Chewy, with the deep frying and making sure you don't have the classic boil over start?
I've done it before.
Okay.
I do it right out on the asphalt.
Because there's one thing I know about you, and you're not the biggest patience guy.
No, but I've probably deep fried. Well, it always goes back to the one time we set Brett's parents' deck on fire, but that was on him, and it was a bad fire.
See?
Yeah,
it seems like I was on the right path. But maybe you'll learn from previous mistakes.
Well,
you'd like to think, but
can't be.
I mean, I'll just throw this out there. We were drinking beer at the time.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't
and
realize
we were
you guys
doing.
did that.
I forget what the hell we were cooking, but it was.
You got out of control fast.
A little bit, but who has a cedar deck these days? I mean, I don't think composite's going to burn too bad, right? It might melt.
I was say it'll melt.
Yeah, it'll melt.
For sure melt.
It'll melt. Also, Colin texting in because you took a shot at Gen Z, asking if Gen Z was the cheapest generation out there. On the Carplos Talking text line, Colin saying, Gen Z here, we're not the cheapest generation. We're just poor.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Okay, well, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
The frugality and lack of resources go hand in hand here.
Well, but again, Gen Z is at that age. Like when I first got out of college, I didn't have any money.
Right.
I mean, that's just how it goes.
I think if we compare the numbers, though, at similar times, they are...
It's not going to be great?
Yeah.
Not going to be great for Gen Z?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to stay out of that conversation.
That's fair. We do have to dive into all things NFL. We do that with our guy, Adam Schefter. He joins us next on a Wendorf Wednesday.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Westbound 94, we do still have this accident at Moreland Road. It is blocking the left shoulder. Should be out of there soon. Delays, though, from Highway 100 to that point. We've also got the other crash northbound on 41 at Highway 145 with the right lane blocked. Backups to Good Hope Road. Southbound just south of Appleton Avenue. Another accident there off on the left shoulder. Traffic is brought to you by Life Navigators Soap and Suds Drive. Your donation of body wash, hand soap, or laundry pods will help local kids and adults with disabilities stay healthy all year. Learn more at lifenavigators.org. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 50. Tonight, mainly clear, breezy, a low of 34. Weather is brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, offering the perfect holiday gift. A memorable experience with Bartolotta gift cards. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com, and happy holidays, Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Did you know Professional Construction Inc. has an in-house team of interior designers? We're excited to bring our expertise to you with our brand new virtual interior design program. Maybe you're not ready for a full construction project, but you are ready to refresh that outdated room. Our PCI design team creates stunning photorealistic renderings, a mood board, and a curated shopping list, all delivered to you in just days.
For all your construction and design needs,
visit professionalconstructioninc.com.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager, hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
Everyone's go-to source for all NFL news.
And we're going to get right to some breaking news here that just came down. This tweet from Adam Schefter.
Adam's on the phone. Adam, you got more news? What do you got?
They're going with another move, and here is the man who knows all, Adam Schefter.
And Joshy's biggest fan.
It's nice to see Josh at the big boy table. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work, Josh.
It's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter on JGC is sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union.
And our conversations with Adam Schefter here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, brought to you by our friends at Tony Wendorf and Associates. Just like the moves made in the pros, Tony Wendorf and Associates, First Weber Group, helps people make their own big moves every day. Trusted knowledge, superior service. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. Talk to Adam Schefter each and every Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Good morning, Schefty. How are we doing today?
What is going on, guys?
Well, we were just trying to give Chewy the best tips. He's coming back to Wisconsin, and so now they're doing Thanksgiving up here. He's now responsible for the turkey. Do you have any turkey tips for him? I don't know what you're responsible for at Thanksgiving at your household, Adam, with the NFL obviously playing that day, and really during the NFL season, you don't really get an off day. But is there anything you do for Thanksgiving that you're responsible for at your house?
When you said turkey tips there, I think of turkey tendons. We have 4 dogs, and we give a lot of turkey tendons to our dogs.
Well, I brought up, Adam, have you ever had a deep-fried turkey?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, my wife kind of poo-pooed it, so I'm kind of looking for maybe another direction to go. The boys suggested smoking a turkey, which I've never done before.
So hold on.
I'm a turducken guy, Adam. But
yeah, well,
no one.
Are you back in Green Bay now? Where are you right now?
I'm in Florida.
Okay, and when are you going back to Wisconsin?
Saturday.
Okay, and you're staying through the holidays. So how come you're going back if you don't mind me asking?
Personal matter.
Okay.
I have my sister-in-law's really sick, so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're heading back.
Well,
yeah.
So you'll be in Wisconsin for the holidays. There you go.
Yeah.
And we got to get some turkey going here. Okay.
Have you ever had turducken, Adam, in all your travels?
I don't think I have. It doesn't stand out to me. You know, I'd be open to trying it. I'm sure I'd like it, but I don't think I've ever had it, Chewy.
What is it? It's a duck inside of a chicken inside of a turkey.
I believe so,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
It sounds like a chocolate mousse with like dark chocolate, milk chocolate. And white.
Oh, so okay. Now I think we just got an answer there. We just got an answer, Chewy. Shefty's a dessert guy. He'd fit in at the Neitzel family Thanksgiving, Shefty. We got more desserts than we got sides and main dishes. Everybody's bringing desserts.
Adam, I rather cook ribeyes for everyone. I am not a turkey guy. I think turkey is low on the scale. If it was so good, they would serve it at restaurants, which they don't. So,
you know what? I'll say this. I love turkey sandwiches for lunch, but I'm not a big turkey for dinner guy.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
There you go. So, turkey sandwiches for everybody, Chewy. That's nice.
I love Wonder Bread.
Turkey, cheese, lettuce, mayo. Everybody get a sandwich. Shut the hell up, right?
There we go. Adam, what was your takeaway from Monday's game?
Disappointing. Like, honestly, to lose back-to-back home games, you're in a stretch of the season there where you think when you're playing home, you're going to come away with 2 wins. You just think that. That's how you have to think. And they didn't. They came out 0-2. And now the Bears are sitting there with the same record. The Lions are out in front. They're in a conference that's loaded. Would they be in the playoffs this morning? I don't think they would be, right?
They would be. They'd be the 7th seed. They'd be number 7, just barely ahead of the 49ers. That tie doing a lot of work right now, Shefty.
Yeah, well, it's not a simple thing to do. It feels like they're squandering some opportunities. They should be better than they are right now. And like you look back, like you lose at Cleveland, you lose to Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Just win what you're supposed to win. Just do that. Just do that, and life's a lot easier, right?
Well, this game they've got coming up against the Giants, I think a lot of people would look at it that way, but with those losses, I don't think you can take that for granted right now if you're the Packers. But you tweeted out some important news about the quarterback position earlier this morning when it comes to the Packers' opponent of the Giants, Shefty. What's going on there?
Jameis Winston is set to start at quarterback Sunday for the Giants. Wow. Now, I will say this. If I'm the Green Bay Packers, I don't like that.
Neither do I.
I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good. Jameis, one game, Jameis, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. And how was it described to you? I'm just trying to think of one of his previous stops. I was talking to one of his coaches, and I'm like, because every time I watch Jameis, I think the guy's impressive. I'm a Jameis fan. And I said to a coach who had him at one point, I'm like, why does he not play more often? And it was something like, I'm trying to remember the exact answer. It was like, he's 50-50, he's 50-50, or he gives the other team just as good a chance as he gives you. It was something like, the way he throws picks sometimes. And that's the Packers' hope here, that you hope you get a couple of bad Jameis throws that you take advantage of. But, this is not a great setup for the Packers. Mm-hmm. You got a head coach who's fired. The team, will react in some sort of way. You got an interim head coach trying to make his mark. You got Jameis Winston back on there's a lot of variables there that I think make this a tougher game than it would have been 2-3 weeks ago.
So, Adam, if this thing does go south, and for Green Bay, and I don't think it will, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but I just don't think it'll go south. But if it does, is there a Ben Johnson out there that's going to be a lead candidate for a head coaching job?
You're already firing Matt LaFleur there, Chewy?
Well, there's a lot of chatter, right, Gabe? People are not happy here. And I'm just saying, if they miss the playoffs, who knows? Who knows what happens now? Ed Policy has said, look, you're not getting an extension. So I don't know what the hell's going on. And I think a lot of Green Bay Packer fans are in that same position.
Well, I'll say this, that if we go back to when Ed Policy took over, I haven't fact-checked this, so I'm talking off the top of my head, like of various conversations I had with a lot of people over the summer. But I believe LaFleur and Goody both have 1 year on their contracts after this year. Am I correct?
That is correct.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And I believe that in the past, the Packers typically have extended coaches, general managers with 2 years left in their contracts. I believe that that's true.
I believe that is also correct, yes.
Okay. So we now have a history that hasn't been followed. We have LaFleur and Goody headed into, like, you're not going to have, you're just, here's the deal. You're not going to have your head coach and GM going into the last year of their contracts. You're just not. Mm-hmm. So either you're going to extend them or you're going to let them go. But to have a lame duck coach and GM, that's not productive for anybody. Mm-hmm. For anybody. That's not a good idea. So if the Packers fall short of the playoffs this year, you can, like, I was surprised after the game on Monday night. I know they lost, and it's their second straight loss, and I know the last 2 weeks have been disappointing, as we've said. I was surprised how much speculation there was about Matt LaFleur's future. Like, I was like, wow, we're 10 weeks into the season. We're headed into week 11, and it felt like open season on Matt LaFleur. That surprised me a little bit. Now, I'm not telling you it's wrong or invalid, and we're raising the point here. I guess we're answering the question. Something's going to be done one way or another because they are going to be lame ducks. So it is relevant. It's always jarring to me to talk about the security of a coach in season, especially one that has had great success. So it's just a little odd, but I understand why it's happening.
Adam, do you think the Giants did the right thing in letting Dabble go?
Dable.
In season? Dable?
Listen, I never like coaches being let go in season. To me, like, just season play out. What do you accomplish now? But I'll explain to you why I believe they did it. Here's a team that essentially had 4 double-digit leads on the road this season and lost all 4 games.
In the fourth quarter.
They should have won at Dallas earlier in the year. They were up double digits, and they let the game get away. They went to New Orleans. They had a double-digit lead on the Saints. They should have won the game. Instead, they had 5 turnovers and lost. They went to Denver and with one of the all-time debacles that we've ever seen, and somehow lost a game that, what were they, 24-0 or whatever it was in the fourth quarter. Like, it was incredible. I don't remember. It was wild. Like, that sort of result has never happened. And then last week, they're up double digit, 10 points against the Bears in the final minutes and lost the game. So I think that the owners lost faith in the coaches. And on top of that, the most important asset that team has is its young quarterback, Jackson Dart. And he has been in the blue medical tent this year 4 separate times to be evaluated for concussions. And then after he goes in the tent on Sunday and is evaluated, you run him on a quarterback sneak on the first play back. Like, not a great look.
No.
Whether it's HVAC, sheet metal, or welding, Smart 18 members are trained to be the best in the business with top-tier wages, unbeatable benefits, and a lifelong career support. It's not just a job, it is a career. Learn more at smart18.org and start building your future today. And where I come down on the LaFleur stuff, Shefty, like, I understand the frustration. I mean, he's the one who's calling the plays, and they had back-to-back games where if you score just 2 touchdowns in each game, you're going to be walking away winners in both those contests. Then they were unable to do so at home. But also, like, Matt LaFleur is pretty well respected around the league. Like, if the Packers, let's say they do miss the playoffs and decide to move on from LaFleur, I got to imagine he would be a top head coaching candidate, and he'd be scooped up pretty quick, right?
I agree with that. And that's always the interesting thing. I think when you look at this, you know, I was talking to some college people yesterday. We were going over the openings at the college level. And they're like, I think there are 7 openings at big schools, 6 or 7.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And the person said to me, and this person's plugged into the college scene, they said, who are these schools hiring to fill those jobs? Who do they think they're getting? And I would say that the same thing is true at the NFL level. Let's just say there are the usual 5, 6, 7 openings at the NFL, and there already are 2 in Tennessee and New York. Who do these teams think they're going to hire? And I think that if the Packers parted ways with LaFleur, I'd feel very confident that he'd get another head coaching job. And I think there are other head coaches out there where the same is true. right now. Like they would vault to the list of amongst the top candidates available because I think teams are looking for experience. So, and if you're Green Bay and you decide to make that change, let's play it forward. Green Bay does fall short and they don't make the playoffs. And they decide, or they're thinking making a head coaching change. I think when you do that, I think you have to have a sense of where you're going to go to get a guy that you believe is going to be a better head coach than Matt LaFleur. Who's that going to be? Can we get him? How is that going to happen? And if you believe that there's a guy out there, then you make the move. And if you don't, then you don't.
Man, it seems like to me, Adam, by the way, that you just described exactly what New England decided to do last year. Like, they knew Vrabel was out there. They decided Vrabel was their guy, and now you're seeing that play out in New England this year.
Well, but let me, yes. That was an obvious one, though.
Yes.
Okay?
Correct. Yeah, and I don't know if that exists in this head coaching cycle.
Yeah, but let me ask you this.
I remember speaking to people in the Patriots organization initially, and they're like, Gerard Mayo's doing a nice job. Like, he's doing a nice job. Why would they do that? Why would they? I'm like, well, we'll see. We'll see what they do. And they ultimately decided that Vrabel would be the guy. And by the way, it's not just Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel's a great head coach. He's a great head coach. Mm-hmm. But Mike Vrabel had an offensive coordinator in waiting, Josh McDaniels, who wasn't getting another head coaching job. And his family lived in New England. And it was the perfect guy to work with their young quarterback. So really, every part of it was perfect. Okay? So I don't know that perfect scenario exists for the Green Bay Packers.
Well, let me ask you this, Adam. If Hafley continues to coach the defense, who's playing unbelievable like they are, he'll become a candidate. And in talking to Ron Wolf years after he retired, he said one of his biggest regrets was letting Andy Reid go to Philadelphia because he didn't have head coaching experience.
Well, you know what? You raised a great point. And let me say this right now. I believe Jeff Hafley is going to be an NFL head coach. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I believe right now, if we're going to stretch this out further, it's funny. Somebody called me yesterday, an owner of an NFL team. And they said to me yesterday, they go, hey, who are the Giants going to hire as a head coach? And I said, I don't know right now. I don't know if they know. And he goes, do you have any names that you think could be on the radar? And I said, one name that I think is interesting here, and this is what I said to him, is Jeff Hafley, considering his Jersey ties. And he goes, I'm so glad you said that. I was calling to tell you that Jeff Hafley would be an amazing choice for the Giants. And I just want you to know that. Random owner. Wow. Okay?
That's interesting.
So that answers your question, Chew, when it comes to Jeff Hafley. Shefty, we always appreciate the time. Look forward to talking to you again next Wednesday.
Guys, big week for the Packers here.
I hate that it's a big week suddenly for the Packers. really didn't think there's going to be a big week, Shefty, 2 weeks ago.
Wait, interesting week for the Packers and for Chewy as he makes his Thanksgiving choices. Like I said, Chewy, you can't go wrong with turkey sandwiches. You just can't.
I'm leaning that way, Adam. Thank you.
Adam Schefter, ESPN NFL Insider, joins us every Wednesday here on Jed, Gabe, and Chewy. And he's brought to us by the Island Resort and Casino, a premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, with everything you like to do in one awesome location. Visit islandresortandcasino.com and book your total experience today. Really interesting what he just said there about Jeff Hafley. We can dive into that next. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Smart 18 knows that success takes teamwork with top-level training, healthcare, and retirement plans. Smart Local 18 gives you the tools to win on and off the job site. Visit smart18.org and join the team that builds America. Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
The
pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
People say buying a home in winter is tough.
But fewer buyers means less competition, and motivated sellers can mean better opportunities.
This is Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates First Weber.
And I'm Lindsay Bendler. When the perfect home appears, our team at Tony Wendorf & Associates helps you move fast, even during the snow.
Start your home journey today with our white glove service by simply searching online Tony Wendorf.
A real estate team that always leads with faith and gratitude.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night Show for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online Events by Design. They design, you party.
Kevin Moret here for Mentality. Life's a relentless competition, and you might be losing without even knowing it. With testosterone levels plummeting 25% in just 2 decades, you're likely operating at a fraction of your potential. Your kids sense it when you're too exhausted for playtime. Your wife notices when that spark fades. Here's the harsh truth. Without addressing low T, nothing works. Diets fail, workouts fall flat, but there's hope. Mentality's FDA-approved treatment restores testosterone by an average of 30%. Don't let low T rob you of life's precious moments. Start at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long, like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
Hey Milwaukee, it's Jen Latta. Closets by Design Milwaukee is launching a holiday food drive to support families impacted by the government shutdown. Doug and Cindy Gower, the local family behind Closets by Design, are challenging the community to pack the van, feed a fam by filling a delivery van with food, toiletries, and donations for local families in need. Drop off items now through November 30th at 6040 West Executive Drive in Mequon. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Together, we can make sure no family goes hungry this holiday season. Shop Closets by Design today and make a difference.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra, superior light beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Dugout 54 in Milwaukee, Maxwell's in Cedarburg, Stenney's Lake Country, and Brat Stop in Kenosha. Please enjoy responsibly.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You got to have a condiment with the bread.
Yeah, you want
can't
some
eat the
sort
bread
of
alone.
Yeah, you want some sort of lubricant with the bread. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
it's just necessary.
You follow?
Like, you don't just be sitting there eating like pieces of white bread with nothing on it.
Can't be going dry.
Yeah, it can't be raw dog and just white bread.
On 94.5 ESPN.
It is a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Tony Wendorf and Associates. I knew he was a head coaching candidate, Chew, but hearing Adam Schefter say what he just said to us, and again, if you happen to miss the interview we had, it's going to be up shortly on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Adam Schefter saying a random owner called him yesterday just to tell him that he thinks that Jeff Hafley would be a good head coach for the Giants specifically, I think is really interesting.
Sounds like there's a good chance he won't be around next year.
Yeah, I think we were kind of preparing ourselves for that mentally going into the season, and then they get Micah Parsons, and they play the way they did the first 2 games. But outside of the Dallas game, this defense has kind of played very similarly to what they did in the first 2 games. The offense hasn't lived up to their end of the donkey, especially the last 2 games here at home. Yeah. And I know we've gotten a couple of texts here, like Justin in Jacksonville. This is just the latest in the line of a lot of texts we've gotten on the Carbos Talking text line. If the Packers let go of LaFleur at the end of the season, I think they give the job to Hafley. And I guess I just don't. I understand why a lot of people feel that way, or at least hope that ends up being the case. I just don't think that's what's going to ultimately end up happening, because very rarely, and I guess if you can think of an example, you can let me know. And I know, obviously, there was regret that you brought up from Ron Wolf about not giving the job to Andy when Holmgren left for Seattle back in the late 90s. But I feel like if you're moving on from the staff, you're moving on from the staff. Like, you just want, it doesn't matter that LaFleur's the offensive guy. Like, you just want new guys everywhere, right? You just want all the new ideas because things had gone so far south. There are very rarely times where you go, yeah, the head coach isn't, but we're going to give it to the OC. I know Dallas has done that maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it played out with Jason Garrett. Man. But
if they finish off top 5, and then you go and get Brian Dabble to run the offense, who's been
he's a really good offensive mind,
very good offensive coordinator.
Just because you fail as a head coach doesn't mean you weren't good at your previous job, and he was a very good offensive coordinator in the NFL.
If Andy did get the job, he probably wouldn't be there today because, very few coaches, even though, Tomlin's the one that comes to mind, but most of them move on at some. You're looking at 20-something years ago.
And Andy was super successful at Philadelphia, but a lot of times your time it comes to a close, right? Like, Andy wasn't his message, whatever. It just kind of soured, and it was best for both that Andy moved on from Philadelphia when he did, and obviously gets the Kansas City job, and he builds his career to a Hall of Fame status. I will say this: if Andy would have gotten the job instead of Ray Rhodes, and then obviously instead of Mike Sherman, who came right after that, I think Brett wins another Super Bowl.
I agree. And the concern then was, and it's probably still a concern now, that these, like Ben Johnson's never been a head coach, because there is a learning curve there.
Yeah.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But Hafley's been a head coach at the college ranks at BC, and they overperformed. Look, BC's not going to finish top 10 in the country. Just not going to happen, But he overperformed.
Sure.
And he has that experience, so that learning curve kind of goes away. Because there is a learning curve. Being a head coach there's a lot of hats you got to wear.
What do you think the biggest difference is between, because you've talked about, obviously making that jump and how difficult you thought it was from college to the pros, and how that was even more difficult than the high school to college jump as a player. What do you think is the biggest difference between being the college head coach and an NFL head coach?
Managing time. You're pulled in so many different directions, and there's a lot.
Is it easier to manage time?
There's a lot more problems, Gabe, because when you're giving guys millions and millions of dollars, along comes with that is a lot of problems.
Is it easier to manage time, though, as an NFL head coach? Because in college, again, wink, wink, nod, nod, there's supposed to be a limit of how much because they're student athletes, right? There's supposed to be a limit on their time, even though a lot of places blow past that time.
Yeah.
But as a professional, there's millions of dollars, there's a lot more egos, there's a lot more things. But I feel like managing the time would be easier at the NFL level, because literally all you have to worry about is football. You don't have to worry about all the other things.
The press really isn't the same in coverage at Boston College it is in Green Bay.
It's fair.
So you have to deal with a lot more. And they say when it comes to coaching, the best day you're ever going to have is the day you're hired. It's all downhill from there. Because things are under the microscope, especially today. The fans are much more knowledgeable, I believe, today than they were back in my day, just because of all the outlets you have where you can really do a deep dive and look at the game from a game plan standpoint. So, it's tough. It's hard. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure in both, but obviously being in the NFL, it ramps up that much more.
Jeff in the 920 chiming in the Cardinals Talk at text line. There's no way the Packers should let Hafley walk this season. It's going south in a hurry. If they lose this week, Matt is going to be fired immediately, or should be fired immediately after the game. Put the DC in charge, see what happens. I doubt that LaFleur gets fired in season.
No, I agree.
Like, even if
no
they
one to take
lose,
his place.
yeah. I guess Hafley would be the guy, and
No. I'm saying offensively from a play calling standpoint. I just don't think Ed Policy is going to be comfortable with Luke Getsy calling plays.
Yeah, and to go back to what Schefter said, how many times has a team fired their coach and it's actually saved their season in the NFL?
Who do you think the owner was? Could it have been the Giants?
I don't think anyone from the Giants called and said, "Hey, I think Hafley would be good for us." I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, it's one of 30 teams because I don't think Ed Policy, he's not an owner, right?
Well,
so the Packers don't have an owner. It's not the Giants. So you narrow it down to one of 30 teams.
Let me ask you this. Actually, let me tell you this. The last head coach they hired from Boston College was pretty successful. Pretty successful.
Who is that?
Won him 2 Super Bowls. Coached me.
Oh, okay. Tom Coughlin. Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Look, yeah, I think we should all prepare that Jeff Hafley is not going to be here next year. I think we can start mentally preparing for that. And again, we'll see whether or not the Packers elevate him to head coach would all depend upon how and why if this offense comes together, which we are going to dive into in 2 minutes. More on the Packers offense coming up on a Wendorf Wednesday on Jen Gabe and Chewy.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got a new issue. It's on the ramp from 894 northbound to westbound 94 in the zoo. The left shoulder is blocked with a crash, so heads up with that. We've also got this other one on the ramp from the Rock Freeway northbound to northbound 894. Left lane's blocked in that one in the Hale interchange, so now we've got delays stretching almost all the way back to the county line. Careful with that. And then we've got more delays continuing from the Hale interchange all the way to Loomis. Still working on this other accident on northbound 41. The right lane blocked at Highway 145 north of Good Hope Road. On the southbound side, delays from basically the county line all the way down past Appleton Avenue. We do still have a crash on the left shoulder just south of Appleton. And then we northbound on 41, also slowing down from about Mayfair Road all the way up past Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Today's forecast, crisp fall skies and a winning shine. Get your first car wash free at TsunamiExpress.com. Just in time for game day, Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, windy, and mild, a high of 50. Tonight, mainly clear and breezy, a low of 34. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Play over 2,000 courses, including that famous one with the green jackets. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into nonstop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Hey, this is Brad Nortman from KBN. Tune in to Kyle Brust and Nortman every day from 2 to 5. WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
In true Chewy fashion, right before we turn on our microphones, he goes, when it comes to working out, how long can I wear these shorts before I have to wash them?
Wait, do you smell something?
Do I smell something? What am I, hard of smelling? Of course I smell something.
What is it?
Wear it once, wear it twice, wear it 3 times. And what prompted the question to myself?
He starts to smell them a little bit?
Not smell, they're a little dirty.
What do you mean by dirty?
It's B.O. The valet must have had B.O.
Can't be. Nobody has B.O. like this.
Jerry, it's B.O.
But the whole car smells.
Like some sweat stains or other types of stains?
I don't know what that is.
Because the other type of stains, probably, throw them in there.
Well, that's only with the whites. The whites are definitely 2. And you have to look at the backside to be like, all right, yeah.
So when somebody has B.O., the O usually stays with the B. Once the B leaves, the O goes with it.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latta.
Steve on the Carbless Talking text line has a theory of who he thinks the owner was that called Adam Schefter, as Schefter revealed to us here on the show. Again, catch up on the latest with our Adam Schefter conversation on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And Schefter said an owner, a random NFL owner, called him yesterday saying, hey, I think Jeff Hafley would be a good head coaching candidate for the open Giants job. And Steve on the Carbless Talking text line, too, saying, I think he was a random Packers fan. And then in parentheses, owner that called.
That's good. That's very witty.
Yeah. So maybe Schefter's just taking calls from random Packer fans who are also owners of the franchise. But as great as Hafley has been, and everyone's going to agree, Hafley's been great, defense has been great. Trying to figure out what the heck is wrong with this Green Bay Packers offense. And the Packers offense was a huge topic of conversation yesterday on ESPN television, specifically on the Pat McAfee Show and NFL Live. Dan Orlovsky, when he appeared on the Pat McAfee Show, here is what he had to say about what he thinks the Packers need to do offensively to try to get back to what their expectations are.
They got to rip the Band-Aid off Jordan Love. They got to rip the handcuffs off him. This ain't a Jordan Love thing, okay? I've talked about this offense and the offensive line not being good enough. That was, once again, the case a little bit. Some of the play calling, trying to be overly creative. When I watched Jordan last night, I'm sitting there going, this is why I hate the term when people talk about in quarterback context, protect the football. Because I feel like the Packers for the last month offensively are in this let's live in this protective world. And it even is impacting the way I feel like Matt's calling the game. You're not going to be great by living in this protection world. Jordan really hasn't been this, oh my gosh, he's careless with the football player for years now. It's this narrative that was a little bit of his early on, but the protective element is forcing him to play at times so gun shy, so cautious. And I want to tell LaFleur, like, dude, you got to rip the Band-Aid off of this. Your defense is fantastic. Stop playing it so close to the vest. Stop playing it so shy. Stop getting this quarterback to be so cautious with the football.
So I think you had a different reaction when you heard that yesterday, Chew. But my reaction to that was I thought of when you talked about your defense in 96. And I'm not saying this defense is as good as that one. Like that, you guys had a historically great defense. Mm-hmm. But this is a pretty damn good defense that can cover up for a lot. And you have talked about in the past, especially, in that 95, 96, 97, when you guys went to 3 straight NFC championship games, 2 Super Bowls, won one. You talked about how when Brett would throw an interception, that you guys would be like, oh, our defense has got us. Our defense has our back. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, like, okay, so if Jordan is even a little careless with the football, which, again, the numbers prove out he is not, the interception numbers are down for him this season. Like, yeah, why don't they play a little bit more aggressively? And if they turn it over, who cares? Your defense has your back because this is a pretty good defense.
I think I would agree with some parts of that. Turn him loose. I don't think you can fully turn him loose because he makes bonehead plays. at times, right? And if you turn them loose, then you run the threat of making more bonehead plays. And I don't think from a skills standpoint, from a skills standpoint, without Tucker Kraft, I thought Golden would be farther along than he is. I just don't think they have the weapons. But, Gabe, here's the thing, and I think, Josh, you put it in the text chain on a 3rd and 10. Why in the hell are you running play action?
Not because it worked.
Why are you running play action?
3rd and 10, deep in your own territory.
In a 2-minute situation.
In a 2-minute drill. Yep.
It's just why? That just doesn't make sense. And then
really the only play that worked that drive.
I looked at some more plays, and I looked at a handful of plays, and it was a balanced set. So you had 2 receivers two on the right, 2 on the left. And there's just no rhyme or reason to what he's doing. Like, okay, when Holmgren would call a play, someone would have to influence a defender somewhere, Gabe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you an example. Cover 2, right? Cover 2.
Which the Packers have seen a lot of.
Just straight cover 2. If you're running 4 verts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we used to, it just called all go, right? And it's cover 2. I know that the ball is going outside.
Correct. It's not coming to you.
It's going outside. It's got to go to either side.
But
okay, so that changes my way of thinking to now I have to influence that near safety to jump me to open up on the outside. I don't see any of that. Man to man, right? If it's man, I told it last week. I am 72X shallow cross, which was actually the play that Brett scored on in County Stadium to beat Atlanta. Man, my job is to rub the underneath route that is a crossing route.
Yeah.
Okay? He's got to set it up, and it has to time up where I influence that defender where he can't run parallel with him. Then he has to jump behind him. Mm-hmm. There's your throw. I just don't see any of that. I don't see creativity. I see, and
so
I think Orlovsky said it, it's almost too cute. Take the cuteness out of it.
So the criticism for Mike McCarthy at the end of his time was, hey, you just have to go out and win your one-on-ones, right? Like it felt like every route was almost independent. There wasn't a lot of combination routes, right, where you're working off of one another. It's just, hey, you got to go win your one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when I hear you talking about what you are seeing, that's what I think of. It seems like there's not a lot of connectivity between the routes themselves in concert with the offense. It's just like, hey, go win your one-on-ones.
See, what we would do, Gabe, is flood a zone, right? We would flood a zone and pick out a specific defender and put him in a bind, okay? And that defender has to make a decision between 2 receivers. Do I favor this receiver or do I favor this receiver? And then the quarterback has to adjust accordingly and make the throw. That's how we ran our offense, okay? I just don't see any of that. I mean, it can't be just win your route, okay? Because I've said it. Like Christian Watson, great deep threat, good against zone. He is not a great route runner. He's not a great route. So when you have man against him, I think he struggles, you know? Romeo Doubs, good route runner, not great, not Robert Brooks, but he doesn't have the speed to go over the tops of defenses. So they kind of have like, if you could take them all and make one receiver, they'd be unbelievable.
Yeah, and I guess that's always kind of been my issue when it comes to this team, which is why I was so excited, too, for Matthew Golden, because it seemed like he kind of combined a lot of the things that some of these guys do into actually one player.
Yeah. Did you watch New England Tampa Bay at all?
Yeah.
Sure did.
I mean, Ibuka's, you talk about letting a guy just go. Ibuka, they let go.
Well, and to me, that's what they have to do with when Matthew Golden is healthy. I think that's what they have to do with Golden. Like,
I agree.
I think because you got to do something. You know, you can't, well, this is going to be our yak guy. This is going to be our possession guy. This is going to be this guy, because then that gets too predictable where, Josh, I think Tau should notice the same thing that you did from Monday night of why on earth are we continuously targeting the receiver that's being covered by Quinyon Mitchell?
Yep.
Like, Mitchell is potentially an all-pro this year. In his second year, having a fantastic year. Is it just obvious in every situation who the number one guy is going to be? And Quignon's going, hey, I'm taking Wicks here. Hey, I'm taking Dobbs here.
It certainly seems like that, and I think it'd be extensively hard to prove. But it does seem like...
Yeah, without Quinyon Mitchell going, hey, I know what's coming, and this is what I did.
Right. Before, what I think is happening there, and it certainly must not have worked every single time, because what they did and what it seems like they did is, based on formation and the guys on the field, they were, to relative success, determine who the first target read was. So if the guy is likely to be the first read, that's likely going to be the guy who gets the ball most often. And what they were able to do based on, well, probably you look in and you go, well, there's Bull Melton and there's Romeo Dobbs. Who's it going to go to? Or there,
But that goes back to, okay, if you don't trust Dobbs running every route in the route tree, if you don't trust Christian Watson running every route in the route tree because he's not a good route runner, like, yeah, kind of, it's 3rd and 7. They like to have him run this route. Oh, here's probably what they're going to do.
I think it's the same thing that we saw happen with the 4th and 1 play. The Packers have very clear tendencies. Matt LaFleur has condensed his playbook, not only by formation, but by the guys on the field and what they're doing at situations, that it doesn't take a rocket scientist. And if you're grinding the film week in and week out, you can, with relative success, be like, well, the ball's probably going here because it's 3rd and 7, and this is the type of thing they like to do here. I mean, Ben Solak was able to put together how many times the Packers did that exact same inside zone to the right.
You know what I don't
like? It wasn't that he was able to put that together, Josh. It was the fact that he was able to put it together so quickly.
With ease.
I just don't like how they pigeonhole guys so much either. I mean, if Orlovsky, you want to cut someone loose, cut Golden loose. Now, Antonio Freeman, right, when he was young, he started at the slot. Okay? And then he moved to the X. And then maybe in his 3rd year went to the Z. Right?
Well, he kind of went to the Z in his 2nd year, didn't he, after Robert got hurt?
Was that his 2nd year?
That was his 2nd year.
No. Andre, when Andre came in, Andre was still the Z.
Okay. But, I mean, so Free, despite missing like 3 or 4 games because of the broken, he still had over 900 yards.
Yeah, because Free was such a weird route runner. Weird in a good way. He had a wiggle. His wiggle was crazy, It's just I would see Golden right now is playing that slot position where if they're gonna play man, everyone had an option route, right? So we had 4 verts. It would be, double wing right, zebra personnel, all go Z option or zebra option or Y option or halfback option, I mean, Josh Jacobs, if they're playing straight man on him, I'd take him against anyone. And all it is a Y option, a halfback option is over the middle of the ball, and he chooses where he wants to go. It's just simple stuff. Just keep it simple, stupid. It's not that hard. We're making it too difficult.
Speaking of keeping it simple, we'll try to do that with power rankings. Couldn't get to it yesterday. We were obviously busy reacting to the Packers game, but we can't skip Chewy's favorite segment of the week. Power rankings coming up next here on a Wendorf Wednesday, but it is back. Black Friday at the Ewald Automotive Group. It's their biggest event yet. You can shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off or 0% financing or 0 down. They'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Their biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, huge selection. Black Friday, it is back now at every Ewald location. And with Ewald, you know it's going to be easy. They are going to take care of you, whether it's their sales staff, whether it's the service staff. I have trusted Ewald for over a decade. It's easy to see why Ewald's been doing this as long as they have here in southeastern Wisconsin. It all starts at ewaldauto.com.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Delays continue through the area. We've got northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, on to northbound 894 in the Hale. The left lane is blocked with a crash there. In the Zoo interchange, we've got from the ramp from northbound 894 to westbound 94, left shoulder blocked with a crash there. Westbound 94, just about at Highway 100, another crash. That one's off on the left shoulder. Delays out, by the way, from about 17th Street to Holly Road as well. Then we've also got southbound on 41 backing up from just before Good Hope Road all the way down past an accident at Appleton Avenue. That one's off on the left shoulder, and those delays continue all the way down past Hampton. Northbound side's backed up from about North Avenue all the way up to about Hampton as well. Traffic is brought to you by the Bartolotta Restaurants, providing memorable experiences for nearly 30 years. Get the perfect holiday gift this season, a Bartolotta's gift card. Purchase yours at bartolottas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy, mild, a high of 50. Tonight, mainly clear and breezy, a low of 34. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Are you looking for reliable transportation this holiday season? I've got you covered. Hey, it's Jen Latta from ESPN Milwaukee. With holiday parties, family gatherings, and year-end events on the horizon, I trust Accutrans Group to handle all my private transportation needs. Whether it's a corporate function or a festive celebration, Accutrans gets me there safely and on time. As a veteran-owned business, they pride themselves on top-notch service that you can count on. Booking is easy, stress-free, and reliable. Just visit AccuTransGroup.com to reserve your holiday ride today. That's AccuTransGroup.com.
Is it time to buy an engagement ring?
Or a big anniversary diamond?
Kessler's has diamonds that come from diamond mines.
And we also have diamonds that come from plasma chambers.
When you see the size of the diamond you can afford when you look at our high-tech newborn created diamonds,
you're going to be happy, happy, happy.
And with approved credit, our financing plans make anything possible.
Our selection of engagement rings is beyond compare.
And our custom design department can modify any ring in any way you choose.
Anyone who says they can give you a better ring
or a better diamond
or a better price
has never been to Kessler's.
And our miraculous no small print warranty says,
if you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed.
It's just that simple.
And all maintenance is free forever.
No charge.
Yes, it really is that miraculous.
You found a partner you want to share your life with.
When you're ready to celebrate,
we've got a diamond for that.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Thinking about buying or building a new home? Start with a mortgage pre-approval from Great Midwest Bank and experience a state of tranquility. At Great Midwest Bank, we offer fast approvals and flexible options with experienced loan officers who understand the local market, because they live here too. Whether you're breaking ground for new construction or buying that dream home just around the corner, we'll guide you every step of the way. Bank with confidence and start your journey at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Where else can you get football analysis that includes things like dropsies and pixies and interceptsies and flowy? It's flowy. The offense needs to be more flowy.
On 94.5 ESPN.
It is a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Like the moves made in the pros, Tony Wendorf and Associates, First Weber Group, they help people make their own big moves each and every day. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. Make sure you're getting in touch with Tony Wendorf and Associates. Time to get to some power rankings.
It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's power rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You catch the game last night? Can I say yes to you?
What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
All right, we missed it yesterday. That's fine. It doesn't have the same juice when the pack is not in the top 10. You guys are smart enough to know they were 11 last week. And my guess is you wouldn't have guessed they would jump into the top 10.
After scoring 7 points, they weren't going to leapfrog into the top 10.
You want to tell me where they're at?
So they were 11 last week. I'm going to say they dropped to 13.
I said 14.
1 spot to 12.
Oh, okay.
1 spot to 12. Now, this list it's okay. There's a few things I don't agree with. Nothing major, but overall, it's a decent list. So give me number 10.
At number 10, I will say... oh, man. Who is going to be at number 10?
This is a really hard one to figure out, how they're going to organize this. I just said Chiefs.
Bears?
The Los Angeles Chargers are 10.
Okay.
Are the Chargers another product of the West Coast and we're not that vested in them? I haven't watched a lot of Chargers football, but they did beat up on the Steelers.
Lots of injuries.
Yeah, they're kind of up and down because of those injuries, especially their offensive line.
Yep.
Pretty good, though, right?
Yeah.
It's not... It's a team that I expect to make the postseason just because of who their coach is, and like Omari and Hampton's going to get healthy and come back for them. But that offensive line, like their 2 best offensive linemen are out for the year. I don't expect them to make a lot of noise in the playoffs.
9.
9, I will say...
Is this Buccaneers?
Yeah, Bucks make the most sense here.
Denver Broncos are 9.
Oh.
That's one of the ones I thought they would be a little bit higher, even though they
I had them at 5.
Yeah.
barely beat the
I had them
Raiders
at
10-7. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're 8-2.
I know, they're 8-2. What were they?
Interesting.
You know what, 2? And they were 7 last week.
And they won, and they dropped 2 spots?
10-7, I understand that.
Sure,
That's
but like a Thursday night game,
it's
I
still
guess
a win.
I always look at Thursday night games, Chew, and I know you didn't get to play in a lot of Thursday night games.
Yeah.
I just always look at Thursdays, especially when it's a divisional opponent. I don't care how they look, just win.
Just win, yeah.
Just win and move on.
Yeah, that was one of the blips where I thought they'd be higher. 8.
Is this the Bills?
So, man, that'd be a huge drop. They were number 1 last week.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Because they beat the Chiefs?
Yeah. I don't think this is the Bills.
So the Bucks?
I'm going to say the Bucks. I'm going back to the Bucks. Well,
The Bucks are 8. I don't know what I took away from that game. Now, obviously, they're without Godwin and Evans, but I thought New England pretty damn good.
New England's really good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At home.
I really like what I've seen out of New England.
What do you think about Tampa Bay when they get Godwin and Evans back? Make some noise, win 1 playoff game?
Maybe win a playoff game depending upon the matchup. Because, again, I keep looking at their numbers, Chew, and I know that they're beat up on offense, but they just don't add up. Like, all of their numbers in terms of points and yards on offense and defense point to them being a middle-of-the-pack team.
Well, that division is blah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
1 team coming out of there. 7.
I mean, I'm thrown off because I got to figure out who the heck I'm putting at 5 because Denver moved. I guess I'll move them to 5. I'm going to keep... I am going to say the Buffalo Bills.
That's where I'm going, Bills.
A.O. Brian D. That was a bad loss. That is, what would I have called that? A letdown game or...
Yeah, I think that would be a letdown.
That's a letdown, not a trap.
Correct.
That's the
it was a
difference,
letdown
yes.
because you were coming off the high of beating Kansas City and then have the huge letdown.
The Bills cannot win the Super Bowl. I'm sorry.
I still don't know why. I mean, I guess because it's in the division, but there are rumors out there that they offered a first and a third for Jalen Waddle, and the Dolphins said no.
A third?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Dolphins said no.
Their defense has been porous, and their offense has been...
They're just missing weapons.
Blah.
They
yeah,
just
they
don't have
missing
weapons.
6.
I am going to say... who do I want to go here?
I don't know if I have enough teams to fill out the rest of this that I think should be in the top 10.
Yeah. Well, you should. This is... I'm going to... Detroit. I'm going to say Detroit.
What about the Patriots?
Detroit is 6.
All right. I feel good
call,
about my top 5 now.
They blasted the Commanders, but without Jane Daniels, that doesn't really mean too much.
What do you make of Campbell taking over the offensive play calling in Detroit?
Worked.
Fair.
Worked.
Well, but you always talk about how, like, adding the play calling just adds another... He is so used to not having to do that and then having command of the rest of the game.
Yeah, but you know what, Gabe? This is a cutting it loose. This was John Morton, a little too conservative, a little trying to overthink things, to Dan Campbell just cutting it loose.
Yeah.
That was the difference. But I don't know, sometimes that only works for so long. Cutting it loose, because then they just get a little too loosey-goosey, and then that's where your turnovers come. So, 5.
Patriots.
I will say this is where Seattle is.
Seattle Seahawks are 5.
Did you miss out? Did you forget about Seattle?
No, I've got them ahead of them.
Oh, really?
I mean, that team keeps blowing the doors off teams in the first half.
I know.
They just jump out to 4 or 5 touchdown leads and then just say, yep, we're happy.
Have you guys watched them at all?
Yes.
Josh, have you?
Yes.
I haven't watched them a lot.
They were dominant. How they got up so fast was a little fluky.
Yeah.
Because they had
Well, here's the thing.
2 strip sacks returned for touchdowns.
They had 2 strip sacks returned, but then they scored on 3 consecutive offensive drives to start the game.
Again, I'm not taking away the dominant performance. I'm just saying that game was, they could have had a running clock halfway if it was a high school game.
Yes.
And Tausch and I joked about this on primetime on ESPN Radio, that they could have had a running clock halfway through the second quarter because it was 35-0.
That's crazy. Old high school rules. All right, 4.
Patriots.
This is where I will go New England.
New England is 4. I was very impressed playing the Buccaneers. But there's almost a little of like, all right, when's the little honeymoon going to end here?
I don't know if it's going to happen because of Drake May.
But you wonder if that bubble's going to burst because he's a second-year quarterback, but it doesn't look like it is. It seems like they just have, and we talked about it earlier with Schefter, like the marriage is perfect with the coach, the coordinator, and the quarterback.
I think Drake May just may be here to take everything. He is just going to be the new guy.
You think so?
He's been that good.
Yeah, I mean, he made some really nice throws. Really nice throws.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're going to.
I think their roster talent is a little deficient, and they're pretty thin at some positions. Like, that was the whole critique of them. I think they're probably walking a fine line.
To me, this is a team that's going to be the 1 or 2 seed, but they're going to get upset by, like, Kansas City.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what?
Second-year player.
Yeah, yeah.
That's going to happen to a guy.
But I guess they played Buffalo because their schedule has been kind of easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But still, you can only play
you go from
who's
one
on
of the
your
worst
schedule.
teams in the NFL the next year.
Yeah.
But the teams they have played, Chew, like, they've answered the call.
Yeah.
I agree. 3.
Indy.
I had the Rams.
Indy. Indy. Who's better, New England or Indy?
I think New England.
I think Indianapolis is. I just like their play caller so much.
How about
Daniel Jones' pumpkin season started, and that could be a problem.
But he also didn't play well in that game.
And they won.
And it didn't matter. Because that's how good Jonathan Taylor is, which is why Jonathan Taylor should be the league MVP, but will never be the league MVP because the MVP is a quarterback award.
Is their D good?
It's good enough.
Good enough?
Good enough. Like, that team, if Jonathan Taylor plays well, you're not going to beat him. It's just how it goes.
2.
I will have Philly here. Really? You think Philly's won?
Well, weren't they won last week?
No, the Bills were won last week. The Bills were won last week. I think the Rams are better than Philly.
I do too. Do they make the right move? I'll just.
Who's going with what here?
I am saying Philly at 2.
I'm saying Rams.
Rams are at 2.
Wow.
Philly at 1, which I don't agree with. I don't think Philly's won. They were. I mean, their defense was very good, but their offense is still.
Yeah. Which is why I think the Rams are up there. and I guess we'll see what this oblique injury is for Devontae. And they said he would have been fine and be able to play had they not been blowing out, who'd they play, Arizona?
Who's got the number one seed right now, Philly or the Rams? Do you know?
What's the question?
Who's got the bye if it ended today?
Philly. It's
Philly,
Philly,
Seahawks,
Seattle.
Philly, Seahawks, Detroit, Tampa, and Rams are wild card right now.
But the Rams and Seahawks play this week.
Yes. Yeah. That'll be a good game, huh?
If Devontae plays.
Okay.
Because, I mean,
all right.
Turns out Devontae can still play. If you've watched any Rams games, everything that Devontae does, he's doing for them, and then you just had Puka Nacua and Matthew
Bears?
Stafford.
Where are the Bears?
11.
Yeah, 11.
14.
Wow, Packers still ahead of them.
Yeah, but they're creeping. Still not looking.
What do you mean you're not looking? We're looking up at them in the standings right now.
I'm not looking in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, because they're not in the rearview anymore, Chew. They're out in front. Hey, guys, if you feel like you're running on empty, Mentality Health is here to help. If you have symptoms of low testosterone, you should be reaching out to Mentality, mentalityhealth.com/radio. And if you're unfamiliar with symptoms of low testosterone, maybe you have low energy and motivation, you've had that fatigue, you just feel like you're tired all the time, you have weight gain, muscle loss, especially some belly fat, but you just kind of don't feel like yourself. You have that anxious feeling, moody, irritable. All signs of low testosterone. The good news is Mentality can help. They focus on your free testosterone levels, which many doctors overlook, ensuring your treatment is tailored to your body. And that's what I love about using Mentality. I've been using Mentality for years now, and it is something that is personally customized to me. It's not just, oh, here, take this and everybody will be fine. No, they customize. It's customized testosterone treatment plan just for you. And if you start using it, your energy comes back, the belly fat burns off, the muscle strengthens. But what I've noticed mostly, you start to feel like yourself again. You're confident, driven, ready to tackle life. And I've got long, busy days sometimes. I've got to come back here later tonight for some of the stuff I've got to do. And I feel like I've got the energy to be able to attack the day. You can feel that way as well. So don't let low testosterone hold you back. Be at your best for you and for your family. Just go to the website, mentalityhealth.com/radio, mentalityhealth.com/radio to book your first appointment today.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 43, we've got backups from Hampton all the way down to about Locust. Northbound's backing up through the Marquette all the way up past North Avenue. We do still have a few accidents up on the board. One on the ramp from northbound 43, the Rock Freeway, to northbound 894 in the Hale. We've got another one at the ramp from 894 northbound to westbound 94 in the Zoo interchange. That's off on the left shoulder. And then we've also got a crash westbound 94 at Highway 100 off on the left shoulder as well. Southbound 41, just delays now from before Good Hope Road all the way down to about Capitol. Northbound also seeing delays from Mayfair Road up past Burleigh. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, mostly sunny, windy and mild, a high of 50. Tonight, mainly clear and breezy, a low of 34. Weather is brought to you by Good Health Saunas. Feel better, recover faster, and relax deeper with your own in-home infrared sauna. Visit their showroom in Waukesha or go to goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laziga.
Just as important as training. That's why I love my infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas. The deep heat relaxes sore muscles, improves flexibility, and helps me bounce back faster after a workout or a long day on my feet. It's become part of my routine, and honestly, I feel stronger and more energized because of it. And if you want to take your recovery to the next level, stop by the Good Health Saunas showroom in Waukesha or visit goodhealthsaunas.com/Jen.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too. This holiday season, trade the hustle and bustle for a lakeside retreat just a short drive from the city at Lake Lawn Resort. With an award-winning spa, special events all month long like our Taylor Swift experience, our annual Thanksgiving feast, and of course, the kickoff to our Breakfast with Santa brunch. Be sure to make time with family, friends, or that special someone. Lake Lawn Resort has everything you need to create cherished memories and relive stories of old. Book your holiday escape today at Lake Lawn Resort, where the spirit of the season comes to life and everything truly is better at the lake.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I mean, pumpkin seeds.
No, little suckers. They might be. What did you say before, Jen?
Sesame but those are white. Like
No,
white.
these aren't white. No, this isn't on the outside. This is on the inside.
Seeds on the inside.
Oh,
yeah.
So you've got some sort of like
scrotum.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Make sure you're checking out Tony Wendorf and Associates. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. It seems like if you have been confused about the Packers, don't fear it. It feels like a lot of people have done that. Like Joe tweeting at me, Chewy, just a few minutes ago, Love has to be allowed to run this offense. The fear of interception is ridiculous. I feel like we don't really know who he is. Feast or famine, let's find out who he is. And trying to figure out what this offense is, who this team is, it's been confusing over the last couple of weeks. And when I was watching NFL Live yesterday, Marcus Spears was one of those people who's kind of confused about what's going on in Green Bay with the offense. But here's what he had to say about how the Packers can maybe turn their season around.
Like, the reality is Tucker Kraft is not coming back.
Correct.
And you just lost Elton G. Like, so either you, to your point, Dan, and I'm agreeing with you and Mina, become explosive, bro. This is almost like YOLO. Like, go for the gusto early in games if you know that you have these issues.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to comprehend with us having this conversation. Because the way we talking about them and all of the issues, there's no path forward outside of you trying to create explosives.
Yeah.
When you hear that, what does that resonate with you? I know they have these issues, Chew, and the lack of explosive plays can also be, maybe they needed more than a week to kind of figure out how to go forward without Tucker Kraft. But the offensive line's been a big issue, whether it's run blocking, whether it's pass blocking for the first time in a long time. But I kind of find myself agreeing with Marcus there of, who cares if you have these issues? Like this whole conservative kind of turtling up thing. Yeah, you've got injuries. Everybody's got injuries. Try to be a little bit more aggressive. And who cares if it fails? Because, well, being conservative and doing what you've done the last couple of weeks, that hasn't worked either.
No, it's just going up, against the Giants. Giants have a good defensive front.
Especially their pass defense has been very good.
Yeah.
The run defense has been porous because the guys they have love to get after the quarterback and haven't settled in on how to stop the run at this point.
And the offensive line took a big hit, even though Jenkins wasn't playing great as a center. I mean, how much better do you feel as Sean Ryan plugging him in at center? And then
probably just as good if we're being honest.
And then one injury away from bringing in I don't know who. So I agree. I mean, you don't have to go out and throw it deep at the beginning of the game 4 or 5 times. Just do the basics and stop being so cute and run things that guys are comfortable with, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Christian Washington's good at running an in route, well, let him run in routes. You know, do what guys do best. I mean, there's things I wasn't good at running. You know what Holmgren didn't do? Call it. He called things that I did best.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But go back to the basics. Stop trying to out-scheme every single week. And then just get into a flow. Offense is all about flow. It's like boxing. You know what I mean? You don't have to go for the knockout punch every time. Throw some jabs, get the guy off balance. But, you know, a good offensive coordinator has a flow to him. And you can kind of see after he does it what he's trying to accomplish. There hasn't been any flow. Everything just looks like a damn struggle out there. So maybe cut the game plan down. You don't have to have so many plays. Just do what.
But I don't feel like he does. Like I feel like they should expand the play, but maybe not expand the playbook and at least expand it formationally. You know, because you have talked about at length, Chew, about how you guys wouldn't necessarily add to the playbook every week, but you would run the same plays out of a different look.
You know, exactly. You know what was crazy, Gabe? I mean, I saw a lot of the same stuff Philly ran on Monday. I'm like, yep. We were used to run that all the time. Simple as pie. It's all a progression. It was, you know, and I'll tell you the play. I think they ran it twice. It was trips with a single receiver one side, pre-snap read. All it is it's called spacing on the backside. That's when they caught early in the game a couple of those easy first downs. And you're like, well, why is that so easy? Because they're taught. Pre-snap read. Okay, I'm not going to the single receiver. But I still have to look over there to give these guys time to run their routes, and it was simple. He went bing, and then you go bing, 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 and throw it to one of them.
With all this talk, though, about the passing game, I am fearful we are not going to see that this week because the Giants are 31st in the league in rushing yards allowed, and they are 32nd in yards per carry. They are allowing opponents to rush for 5.5 yards per carry.
Yeah, so you know what,
and it's pretty obvious that clearly the only person on offense that Matt LaFleur, that everybody else, I think you could debate. And I know some people have made fun of this station for saying, "Oh, does he trust Jordan Love?" Like I don't know if he does or not. I do know one thing. I know Matt LaFleur trusts Josh Jacobs because he gives the ball to him a ton, and I feel like he's just going to continue to run the ball this week because they can. And we're not going to get into any of this other stuff that we're talking about of, hey, be aggressive, try to create these explosive plays, try to develop some of these deeper things that are going to make you aggressive. I think he's just going to go back to running the football because, well, the Giants can't stop it.
Well, that's fine. If they can't stop it. But, Gabe, what's the first thing a team does when they're getting gashed against the run?
Bring a safety up.
Bring a safety. And you know what you can only do if you bring a safety up? You can only play some version of cover 3. So you develop routes to attack cover 3. And you know what else works real well? If you're running the ball well early?
Play action.
Something called play action pass. Not on 3rd and 10, you know.
Not on 3rd and 10 in an obvious passing situation in a 2-minute drill.
And that's the flow. It's like, shh. Oh, I was close, Josh. It's like, keep that defensive coordinator on his toes and keep him guessing. It's just like they have to get into a flow where everything just feels good. And with the flow, you're going to have bad plays. You're going to have drops. You're going to have misreads and things like that. But at least you kind of know what you're trying to accomplish. I don't know. Just these last 2 weeks, everything just feels like
it's hard.
Like you got a tire on your back.
Yeah.
With a rope attached to your hips. It's just like. Just doesn't feel flowy. I love flowy.
Yeah, no, you're a big fan of flowy.
Used to have flowy hair. Used to have flowy clothes. Now I got a flowy gut.
You don't have you never had flowy clothes.
Oh, that was back in the day. The Don Johnson look. The Don Johnson look. You kidding me, Gabe?
Did you ever wear
Miami
bell
Vice?
bottoms?
Huh?
Did you ever wear bell bottoms?
No, but I used to dress in all white. maybe with a pink T-shirt and things like that. You know, in a convertible when it just all flows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you picture it?
No, because again, like you're a bigger guy, and when you're a bigger guy like you are, like your clothes can only be so flowy and loose on you.
You know what? Even if it looks bad, if you're confident, this is what this offense needs: flowy. Just be confident in what you do. People are going to laugh at you. So what?
And honestly, the number of times I saw Jordan Love kind of think he saw something and then kind of hold up and then go, "Oh, I actually should throw that," and throw it. Happened too many times on
yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Where he's just kind of like, "Oh, yeah, I can throw that," instead of just letting it rip.
That's what happens when 42% of the pass plays you're under duress.
Yeah,
you know
that kind of can lead to a lot of those different things.
Gabe, that's called seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
Don't see ghosts.
Yeah, and that's a tough thing to get rid of.
Yeah,
like once you start seeing it, I think that's a tough thing to get rid of. It is a Wendorf Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. But guys, I am telling you, if you're making plans to propose to that special someone in your life, the Jewelry Center are the only place to go for the ring. They're the best place to shop for diamond engagement rings in Milwaukee for a reason. It's what I did a handful of years ago when I was ready to propose to my wife. Now, I kind of had an idea. I went to the website, shoptjc.com, found a couple of rings that I liked, went in person, saw the rings before I finally pulled the trigger on the one I wanted. But if you don't have an idea, go to our Pinterest page, see if there's anything there. And then the helpful team that Dean the Dancing Machine has put together at the Jewelry Center, always going to point you in the right direction. Whether it's a naturally mined diamond, lab-grown diamond, the Jewelry Center has you covered. Check them out online, shoptjc.com, or stop it in person, Greenfield, Brookfield, or in Burlington.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
If you are looking for reliable transportation this holiday season, AccuTrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate booking to weddings to group events, AccuTrans Group caters to every single occasion. Booking is safe, easy, and dependable. You can visit their website, AccuTransGroup.com, to get a quote and book a reservation today. I told you, AccuTrans is coming through for us, man. They're taking all of the football parents up to Neenah for the playoff game, for the state semifinals, because I trust that they will take care of our group. And if I trust them, you guys should as well. It's AccuTransGroup.com for reliable and safe transportation wherever you need to go.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. At 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, it's a superior smooth taste worth playing for. Grab a Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer as you cheer your team on. Michelob Ultra, official sponsor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Enjoy a Michelob Ultra at Kelly's Bleachers Big Ben, Distillery Richfield, Tom's Watch Bar in Milwaukee, and Maddie's in New Berlin. Please enjoy responsibly.
Welcome to Jackpot Land this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Give the gift of a special night out from the Bartolotta Restaurants. Purchase a gift card at bartolottas.com and get a $20 holiday bonus for every $100 you spend. Happy holidays from all of us at the Bartolotta Restaurants, and thank you, Milwaukee.
You are listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I'm saying if we collectively, all the people in their cars, all the people listening on the YouTube stream, all the people listening this morning, if we all do it together, there's power in prayer, friends.
Yes, there is. Blessed be Father, for I played man.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Adam Schefter joins Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday, and he is brought to you by the Island Resort and Casino. Is a premier resort destination, the largest north of Milwaukee, with everything you like to do in one awesome location. Visit islandresortandcasino.com to book your total experience today.
Well, Josh, you're letting us know that Island Resort and Casino brings us those conversations with Adam Schefter. He had something very interesting to say earlier today about Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. Go ahead and take a listen to what Schefter had to say.
Well, you know what? You raised a great point. Let me say this right now. I believe Jeff Hafley is going to be an NFL head coach. Okay? Mm-hmm. And I believe right now, if we're going to stretch this out further, it's funny. Somebody called me yesterday. An owner of an NFL team. And they said to me yesterday, they go, hey, who are the Giants going to hire as a head coach? And I said, I don't know right now. I don't know if they know. And he goes, do you have any names that you think could be on the radar? And I said, one name that I think is interesting here, and this is what I said to him, is Jeff Hafley, considering his Jersey ties. And he goes, I'm so glad you said that. I was calling to tell you that Jeff Hafley would be an amazing choice for the Giants. And I just want you to know that. Random owner. Wow. Okay?
That's interesting.
That is interesting. So I think we got to get used to the idea, Chew, of Jeff Hafley potentially not being here in Green Bay after this season.
Could he be could he be the Ben Johnson? I mean, I think at times we get blinded by the offensive side of the ball. But, I mean, if they continue to play like they do, could he be the Ben Johnson of last year?
I think it's going to be tough for somebody on the defensive side to replicate that, Chew, to your point of us being really just as fans of football, like obsessed with the offensive side of things.
Yeah.
And again, it's always tough if you're a team that has a young quarterback you want or are going to be drafting a young quarterback, you want to have the consistency of having that play caller be linked to your quarterback for a long period of time. And when you're a defensive guy like Hafley, it's just tough because if you hire an offensive coordinator and they have success with that young quarterback, then they're going to be gone because they're going to be a head coach. But I think Hafley can be one of the hottest names, certainly. I think that is something that can be true. Interesting text from our friend Josh in Heartland on the Carblers Talking text line. I feel as though Green Bay has two different offenses. The Josh Jacobs offense, the Jordan Love offense, and they don't complement each other very well. I think something to think about going into the show tomorrow. We'll continue to talk about the Packers. Willie and Tausch, they're going to keep on talking about the Packers. Coming up next.
Delays along northbound 4394